Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As a huge Disney fan, I went and watched Beauty and the Beast, the live action movie. I don't think that I have to say anything about the plot because everybody knows what Beauty and the Beast is about, or at least the basic storyline, so that's why I'll just jump right into my review. What I loved about Beauty and the Beast is that it shows you not to judge a book by its cover, or also don't be fooled by somebody's appearance, and also be yourself, be proud of yourself, and don't let negativity or peer pressure get to you. So the first thing I mentioned is don't judge a book by its cover and don't be fooled by it. This goes for Gaston because he's a good looking man and kind of takes advantage of his appearance to appeal to people, to make people do stuff for him. And that's impersonator kind of in LeFou. So he is Gaston's right hand. He does everything for Gaston. But what I really loved about this live action movie is that you can see over the course of the movie, you can see LeFou questioning all the actions of Gaston. You can see him questioning Gaston and his personality. And I love that towards the end he sees the real Gaston, and that's where it clicks for LeFou as well, and then he just changes sides. It also goes for the Beast, because when you see the Beast the first time, you're scared, you just want to stay away from the Beast. But in all honesty, he's a very, very nice creature, I would say, because of that moment he's not human, and you just have to break all those protective walls. And I think that's what you really get to see. You have to get to know people in order to really know how and who they are, because people say, okay, he's a beast, he's bad, but as Belle gets to know the Beast, she sees that he's smart, he's funny, he's very caring. So that's something that I really, really liked to show, and especially because this is also a kids movie, to show kids and younger people that you shouldn't judge somebody by their appearance, because sometimes they can't help it. And like the Beast, he can't change the fact that he's a beast. Well, he can, but he can't do anything about it. He can't shave himself or so to make him look better. So he has to accept himself for being a beast, but other people should also kind of accept him as being the Beast and get to know him in order to judge. Another thing that I mentioned before is that you shouldn't feel pressured by somebody to change yourself and to just stand your ground, which also comes in this movie very, very nicely. You can actually see that in the first song. So the whole village is singing with Belle, but Belle is just like carefree, and she's happy for who she is and that she loves books. And for all those village people, like the people from her village, they're just very closed-minded, and they're judging her for reading books, for being different than them. And this kind of applies also to our time now. The whole story, you can pick things from Beauty and the Beast and apply it to our generation, to my generation especially, to the social media generation. Nowadays, it's okay if you're smart, it's okay if you read books or like books, but the main focus should be on your beauty. You're not allowed to be a certain way, you should look a certain way, you should have this type of skin and this type of lips, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. And this all intensifies with the social media, and I think all those things represent the people from the village, and the normal girl is represented by Belle, and social media is putting a huge pressure on normal girls, which is quite sad, I think, because beauty is, how do you say it, it goes away. Like, you're aging, of course you can Botox and everything, but you're aging, so beauty goes away, fades away, but your brain, your intelligence, it stays. And that's why I think Beauty and the Beast is amazing, especially if you have Belle as a kind of heroine, as an icon. I think it's very good, because she just portrays that she doesn't really care, she doesn't want to be to have a whole face of makeup, like a full face of makeup like the girls in her village. She's just plain and very normal and down to earth, but she cares about her brain. And the fact that Belle and Beast kind of connect over books is just, I really like that they have a common ground in books and reading, which I think is very nice. Now to the songs, they were amazing. There were a couple, I don't remember how many, but there were a couple new songs, but the classics like Be Our Guest or Gaston or Beauty and the Beast, they were all in there and they were amazing. Like the dancing and the singing, I mean, I didn't hear the original songs because in Austria all the movies are dubbed, so, and also it's a kids movie, so it kind of has to be dubbed because kids can't really read that fast. But in general, movies are dubbed in Austria, any movie. So I did hear the German version, so I don't really know how the songs sound in the original, but I believe they sound amazing. Also the effects, so the dancing, like Gaston, the song Gaston is just amazing. The dancing, the pop, the choreography, everything, I loved it. Be Our Guest was, it kind of blew my mind, and I really want to see how they did that, because I think 90% of this song is CGI, so everything is computer made, but it looks amazing. And the classic walls, the Beauty and the Beast song where Beauty and the Beast dance and she has this yellow dress on, it was just so magical. And in general, the ending, like Gaston fighting with the Beast, I'm a very emotional person. I mean, I've shed a tear quite in the beginning of the movie. I've shed tears there, but I went full on crying. And at first I was like, okay, I'm going to be the only one here that is crying. I'm going to make a fool out of myself, but I don't care because it's just the way I feel. So after the movie ended and the lights went on, there was a group of guys in front of me, and I saw like 3 out of the 4 guys were like wiping their eyes, like wiping the tears away. I was like, okay, this movie is amazing. If even guys can cry, it's amazing. What I loved about this remake is that in the beginning you see how this whole beast transformation takes place, so why the prince transforms into a beast. So you get kind of a backstory. You also get a backstory on why Belle doesn't have a mother. You also get a backstory why the prince is the way he is, so cold-hearted. And you also get to see a very emotional beast towards the end, a very selfish, you can say. So he cares about Belle and tells her, go to your father and save him and be with him, and I'm letting you free. And this just shows me the level of love he has reached. I have to admit that in the beginning, when I saw the trailer the first time of Beauty and the Beast, I didn't like the Beast. I didn't like the way he looked. Now watching the movie, getting to know the Beast, like, he grew on me and I really liked him. And then I have to admit, after the Beast transforms back into the prince, I was slightly disappointed, I have to say. I love the Beast more than the prince. There we go, I've said it. I mean, I didn't like him in the cartoon version as well, so I wasn't a fan of his looks, let's say it that way. And to see the prince after the transformation, I was like, no, please bring the Beast back. But then in the last scene, kind of, where they're dancing and he's made up, so he doesn't have the flowy hair and everything, I was like, okay, I accept you. You look better than the cartoon version. You look better than your freshly transformed version. So you've leveled up, but still, I like the Beast more. It's just, that's just it. And I don't think that I'm the only one that says that. The Beast kind of looks so nice towards the end, and you feel for him, and I don't know, it's weird, but I like the Beast more than the prince, even though the prince is the Beast, but from the looks I like the Beast more. It's weird, but yeah. So if you have second thoughts, should I go and watch Beauty and the Beast, but it's Disney, it's a girls movie, it's a kids movie, should I really go, because it's that amazing. The special effects, the songs, the messages, the story, it's just a package, an all-inclusive package, I would say, and you should really go. And it's not just coming from a huge Disney fan, it's also coming from someone who's like, okay, if I don't like a movie, I don't like it, and I'm going to say it. But this movie blew me away. This is it for my movie review. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And maybe you'll watch Beauty and the Beast after you've watched this video, which would be amazing. And subscribe to my channel to see more movie reviews and also more of me. And bell that little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I upload, and I will see you next time. Bye!